Fret not yourself, my brother. Worry not yourself, my sister. Yeah, 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 yeah. Rockin' time. Yeah, 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 yeah. Rockin' time. Rock now, children. Right? Yeah. First you must know the time, children. High is time. High is time. High is the time. Yeah. Rock. Let it tip it off your fingers on the arm. I get it so loud and clear. I get it so loud and clear. Yeah. Don't call up yourself, my brother. Don't call up yourself, my sister. Yeah. Get some soul. Move in the groove. Mean it for sure. Rock. Rock now, children. Rock, rock. Yeah. Rock. Rock in time now, children. Rock. Get some soul. Move in the groove. Yeah. Mean it for sure. Rock now. Rock now. Rock in the time. Yeah. Get some soul. Mean it for sure. Move in the groove. Yeah. Don't call up yourself. Better move. Better rock. Better get some soul. Yeah. Rock. Rock on time. Rock on time now. Rock on time. Rock on time. Children. Rock. Better rock. Rock. You better rock in the time. Rock in time now. Yeah. The road is so foggy, foggy. The road is so foggy, foggy. My way is long, but the road is foggy, foggy. My way is long, so long, but the road is foggy, foggy. My head never swell, my heart never leap, I never have no fear, I'm waiting. My head never swell, my heart never leap, I never have no fear, I'm waiting. So the road is so foggy, foggy, yeah. Can hardly see. Jaja is my eyesight. Be with I, be with I. Be with I, Jaja. Jaja, be with I. Hi, and I, and I, and I. They am them that stay tight. They am them just fight against us. Some of them are judge and wrongfully, but never mind, my brother, I will go on. The road is so foggy.
Things with the radio, reflection. Yeah, we hear tunes like that, you know, say we are go somewhere, you know, setting the stage just right. So that the topic, the reasoning is focus, you know. Yeah, so when I go back on that foggy road and Noah said that I said that Muslims, Islam have the solution. And I said that we just need to look at ourselves, examine ourselves, and fill in all those gaps. I am saying, and I will not stop saying, that we need our own infrastructure. The simulating not working has not worked. And if our parents knew or understood really what was being attempted, they would never got involved. But they didn't know. Most of them, majority of them didn't know. It's those of them who went into higher education, higher learning, whilst they were here. And in that environment, them get to learn some structures which today we call social science, social studies, social education, community developments, and such. And with the racial abuse and the impoliteness took many of them in that direction. But whilst being inside there, many tried to feel that integrating or assimilating would actually address the situation, but they were hoodwinked because the services that they were involved within was really who was running the structure. We were just pawns. And we were gullible pawns because we were paid handsome salaries. Oh yes. And that has a lot to do with our comfort. And once we were comfortable with the salary and like the environments that we're exposed within, we never realized that we were selling our people. And race relation was established, and many other departments were established. We didn't establish them. They were established around about us. And we still had to go and knock on those doors with our concerns and complaints. It benefited us none but those of us who were employed. Okay. A lot of people out there don't like me talking, you know, because them say, why don't you leave well enough alone? You know what I mean? So, we're going to knock on culture and go around and come back. That's how I am.
Even though my enemies are come, not in say, even though my enemies are come, make them come, not to dread nor run, make them come, for them a license gun. Them a come from I like parasites, not to dread nor run, for them a license gun. Them a come from I like Harachak, not to dread nor run, for them a license gun. Chant it out when I say yeah. Even though my enemies are come, yeah, not to dread nor run, for them a license gun. 40 days and 40 nights we will go. Even though my enemies are come, they not to dread nor run, for them a license gun. Stand firm and let it go, Babylonia. Samson, he was a great prophet of old, and he never run, for them a license gun. Hear what I say? He conquer with the jawbone and horse against the Philistines, which write down in history. It's a history message I say. Even though my enemies are come, not the dread nor run, hey, for them a license gun. It's a revelation time. Even though my enemies are come, be not afraid, not the dread nor run, for them a license gun. Another instant, King David, the ruler of Israel, conquer Goliath with a sling and a stone. And although they have so many guns and bayonets and swords along them side, David never fear. Stand firm and face them dread. Even though my enemies are come, with blood in them eyes, not the dread nor run, and burden in them heart. Whoa. Even though my enemies are come, let them know, not the dread nor run, for them a license gun. Let perseverance be your guide. Even though my enemies Gotta keep it Johnson Day. Please, gotta be the regular day Friday. Even on Shoemaker's white day can be Saturday. Come on, tell us, when will this day be? We want it now. When will this day be? Free us to survive. When will this day be? For these retired slaves. Yeah, yeah,
Humble African. I'm on this land, I trouble no one. My desire is to make no problem with no one. None interference, none political. No matter what you do, I see I'm blind and here and deaf. I'm an humble African. Passing through Babylon, I'm a humble African. Humble African. I'm on this land, I trouble no one. My desire is to make no problem with no one. None interference, none political. No matter what you do, I see I'm blind and here and deaf. I'm an humble African. Passing through Babylon, I'm a humble African. Trouble no one, say I'm an humble African. Some said I'm a Rasta man, I'm an humble African. These little hands and simple fingers that I have, they were not made to pinch nor tear, you hear, but to move in deeds of kindness, you see, and to fall in thoughts of prayer to help my brother pray for the betterment of his life, yeah. Oh yeah. It's better to have a friend than to need one. It's better to find a friend than to be in need. Lift up your brother, don't you put him down. One and wash the other. Boom, go and truck it home. I'm a humble African. I was born to love my brother. I'm an humble African. United I must be. I'm an humble African. No matter what they say, I'm an humble African. My poor father came here from the days of slave. I work until my skin starts to strip. And to every time I speak for my justice, yes, someone always to name me disagreeable still. I pray the day will come when we all have peace and unity. No more chasing one another without humanity. I pray the day will come that we all share what we have and show the people of the love that we have to give. Let them know I'm an humble African. but unity inside a man humble Africa. Just stand for us all a humble Africa. Let me beat my drum in a Babylon and a humble Africa. Yeah, you know who I am, a humble Africa. Stand up in a Babylon. Reggae music for a reason. We sing and play it under just season. I play reggae music in the middle of the street. Play reggae music because it's our beat. Play reggae music because it was ordered by the Messiah Marcus Garvey. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Why don't you trust me, trust me, trust me? Allow a politician to fool you again. Allow a lawyer to plead your case. You allow the doctor to poison you. And even the minister to indoctrinate you. Why don't you trust me? Trust me, trust me. Why don't you trust me? Trust me, trust me. You trust the teachers to teach your children. Trust the mechanic to build your car. Trust the carpenter to build your house. And yet you don't trust your brother at all. Why don't you trust me? Trust me, trust me. Why don't you trust me? Trust me. You don't trust yourselves. Please be yourself. You trust the media to give you a news, and my simple words you do refuse. You don't trust Rastafari. You won't even listen to I and I. But won't you trust me? Trust me, trust me. Why won't you trust me? Trust me, trust me. Please, I stand up for the right of every man. Just love me as long as I can. We can win the victory to fight out for humanity. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Why don't you trust me? Trust me, trust me. 9 holes are in the human body. 7 of them are in your head. So why don't you clean up your life and try and live just like a Congo naughty dress? Why don't you trust me? Trust me, trust me. Why don't you trust me? Trust me, trust me. One mother you've got, I must remind you.
You can know that.
And you must respect her on the highest level. I say, man, why don't you trust me? Trust me, trust me, brother man. Why don't you trust me? Trust me, trust me. Why don't you trust me? Trust me, trust and trust yourself too. Why don't you trust me? Trust me, trust me. community. We don't want no fussing or fighting in our community. Give me that same old peace, love, and harmony. We want some more of the peace, love, and harmony. Give me that peace, love, and harmony. We want the same old peace, love, and harmony. We don't want no hating or backbiting in our community. We don't want no hating or backbiting in our community. We want that same old peace, love, and harmony. Peace, love, and harmony. Won't you give me that peace, love, and harmony? Won't you chuck it to my face? Peace, love, and harmony. Every day they wake up with the big long dirty gun. Every day they wake up with the big long dirty gun. Police soldiers are rude boy. Peace, love, and harmony. Give me some more peace, love, and harmony. I want you pull up my dish. Peace, love, and harmony. Give me that peace, love, and harmony. Every morning they screw up their dirty faces. Can't get no peace looking from them at all. I want you to hear this. Peace, love, and harmony. Give me that one. Peace, love, and harmony. I want you to pull up my long glass of peace, love, and harmony. Cope with that peace, love, and harmony. Children want to see the good old peace. But without justice, they can be comfortable. Round the corner, they're crying out under the cover, yeah. But no one will speak up for the equal justice and rights. So give me that same old peace, love, and harmony, Lord. Peace, love, and harmony. I want you to give me a big dish of peace, love, and harmony. The same old peace and love and harmony. Oh, peace, love, and harmony. Peace, love, and harmony. We don't want no fussing or fighting in our community. Chant and say, we don't want no fussing and the fighting in our community. Full of gold dish of peace, love, and harmony. You give me some more peace, love, and harmony. I want you full of my dish of peace, love, and harmony. And my long glass of peace, love, and harmony.
Yes, that's true. Now I play one frontline tune, you know. People them know I say, I walked, I trod. Frontline tune, listen.
We have so many my brothers and my sisters. Africa is calling her children. Oh, we have to go and fight for motherland. Oh, Zimbabwe and South Africa too. We have to go and fight for motherland. Marcus say, children of Israel, yes, you have to go and fight for motherland. And we don't want no more of that situation. Antagonistic powers have to go. Revelation time, and she will be free. Only if we go fight for motherland, and she'll be free by 1983. If we go only fight for motherland. African roots is only the truth. She rocks the cradle that needs above all men. Why-oy, why-oy.
Yes, so we go back now to the services that this system here provided, instituted, and seduce us within. Now, the brighter people among our parents, and then little more we find out when Michael X come here, that those people, a lot of them were imported from the Caribbean to deliver these programs that the British Welfare Service, the social welfare services, and police would have liked to see happen. So them start with, in all the areas them where we were in numbers, the local town halls, them had a race relation program development. And that race relation program development started to have members, peoples from the locality in conversation with them. This was exploratory meetings, exploratory. So them control the agenda, and we involve ourselves in the discussions, obviously saying what we would like to see happen and what we would think that our people outside there would want. And this be a lot of fruit all across London. But it was implemented in every corner of England where African Caribbeans were in numbers. Race relation development. And out of that, you find things like community development, as in West Indian centers, that's what many of them are called, and social centers outside and within the Methodist Church, because they are the first set of people that reach out to us, their doors open up wide. The Methodists. But the race relation, the head of all that's going to be talked about, that was that branch, you know, they were the main tree. And we found ourselves returning constantly to the local town halls, seeking refuge and advice and consultation repetitively. Where them times we're supposed to be congregating with ourselves. Now this is what Michael was all about. Self-development, independence, and Brother Sam and Brother Herman. So community development by the Race Relation Development Committees were looked at, and some places were awarded to some individuals that they think or they would have liked to feel that they can communicate with better than others to facilitate. So we had some individuals that we would see sitting at a desk here and there around the areas, and they were the community development outreach workers. And for many, they were surprised and eventually welcomed it because it was employment, where the mass majority of people were unemployed, couldn't find, because this is a next generation, you know, couldn't find employment because racism serious. And at that period too, we're learning, having to learn about employment registration. Yeah, we are learning how to go to these centers and get these papers and still don't understand what to do. So now the community development individuals that sitting at a table, these people, along with the race relation support, were now advising people, giving people information, giving us information as to how to conduct ourselves, as in filling in these employment forms. And also how to address the employment officers when we receive an invitation to a meeting. So these processes, race relation up to today, give themselves a big pat on the back for it, because they did do all of that. And much, 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 much more. Because now we're involved in state support. There's nothing independent about us. And there's nothing, we don't have no vision. The visions are always created for us. But those of us who are participating at the top through race relation, and some were handpicked by race relation development, are quite happy because they're receiving an income. Within years, youth and community was introduced to us, to our areas, to our communities all around England. Youth and community, social science was introduced to us. Again, the pioneer, the pilot, was race relation. By this time, it's like a sweetie, like honey, like a cake. But it's not chosen set of people that we know that got involved in those early years, because you go to school again and you're being taught how to deal with ourselves. But that wasn't the key. The key was, were we able to offer race relation anything substantial enough for what they were developing and how they see social science, race relation, and ethnic minority development. We still were not, the mass proportion of people, especially in London, were not listening and paying great attention to Michael X. And we fell into that spider's web. And that sweeted many, because, again, employment was offered at the beginning, not at the end. So we never saw the hook, line, and sink, because financial awards were granted. Some of the tutors and within these syllabuses look just like us. It is in many, many years that it became alarming to us. How did they get there? And this is where the ambassadors and all of these political people that works for Britain in the Caribbean, that's where they came in. But again, benefits. People are rewarded. So we could attack and criticize things till cow jump over moon. Nothing was being changed. And then Michael was charged by many people within our communities as an activist that we can do without. Because at this point he's traveling around England, awakening and informing our people not to be hoodwinked, but to create and develop our own agendas for ourselves. And to own spaces and to develop what today we call supplementary education, which was homeschooling, community schooling, black history. But him call it African history education. And in some places, African education, African roots, all this African, but with education, he said we must have it. It's very important. So the state had people like him and Brother Sam and Brother Herman as rebels, people that they refused, that they would not want in their town hall chambers. They wanted a more passive. They wanted people that was going to sit and respond to their directions. What we call yes men. And that's where a lot of us young people, we start to recognize that we have a role to play and we have a lot of understanding to find. So we started to empower our minds. And this is the same condition that we have 2020, 1920 in England today. Those who don't really care. So those of you can say, well, here you travel around England all up to Liverpool, Nottingham, Manchester, Birmingham, especially Liverpool, you see the West Indian centers are still there. The buildings are there, and some of them still carry the names. And if the buildings are being used for other things, the name, the initials are still visible. You have the Nigerian and the Ghana Center. They are there still. There was something that was put up yesterday. Yesteryears, yeah, not the other day, because of some thing that happened, and them are trying to make themselves look like them actually care about African Caribbean people. And now me mention these centers. Don't you all recognize in London that all the centers that once come up and hear about and actually visited for whatever reason or events that were taking place there, they're all gone. Because really, for many of them, did not make the building that they were using a listed property for the African Caribbean communities or area. And the buildings could have also been listed, but not listed for us. It's a listed property. It could be an old school or an old army cadets place or a primary, yes, school, primary or secondary, but a stately building, a building, strong building. So many of the people that I was speaking about, I've called their names. By this time, they're very frail, and some passed us. But at the same time, there were many of us who didn't want to hear them. Because the youth and community degree courses, now they call degree courses now, has undertook a curriculum that over 20 years, 30 years of experience were now designed, not by us. I show you where we come in changing that, some of that. And many young men and women in the last 15 years have been benefiting. And this is at Goldsmith. Okay, so before me jump, that generation, that number of people that undertook that course, their minds, their strategies, their ideologies had nothing to do with being African Caribbean. It was the agenda that the Race Relation Development Committee wanted. And that's where the true assimilation took place. This is grassroots assimilation. And they attempted to project a culture modality for us. And they're being successful. Truly, they have been successful in doing so. So, the music, the roots music, and the individuals who run or had certain sounds, and where they choose, what them choose to portray, help thousands of us from falling foul to the system, to the state. Because now you have SUS. You have our people now being not infiltrated, but our people, them now abusing us. Socially, ethically, abusing us. But yet still they're working on our behalf. in literature. In literature, true to literature, they're working, allegedly working on our behalf, but not producing and presenting anything for us. Examine carefully the Brixton riot, the Brixton issue. Examine that and you'll always stand. But we have people who were there, attended the center, and know exactly what was happening with the infringements. But the social construct and the demise, the intended demise of people that them felt were strong, activist-minded peoples, that it was felt they did not need, was really the cause. The disturbances were manufactured. Not what eventually happened, but what actually triggered off what happened was manufactured. Because so much people came of age independently and were choosing and did choose a different direction from the social state. And if the state is supporting, one must follow the course. And many councillors, police, officers from chambers were told, we cannot allow this to happen. And an action plan was created. But the outcome wasn't predicted and wasn't thought of. They never thought that there'd be such a reaction. They felt that they had to naturally arrest a number of people, cart away a number of people that they felt were the key to the mentality, the activism of many of us. That continues today. That's why there's no centers. And instead of the peoples them that evolved, grew, and got stately jobs and positions all around England, come out today or for the last 15 years and let the communities or the areas up and down around London and around the country understood what they didn't do, what they recognized and what they were part of, and what should be done now. They refuse. Now that's what upsets me. They refuse. And they were there. They were involved. They financially benefited, and they still do, even though many of them are retired. But they're welcome all over the country in African Caribbean affairs. And they speak from a premise that makes people feel, yeah, but they're not being truthful. They're not being honest. They're not being sincere. And they don't have our vested interest at heart. they and the politicians that run the Caribbean, they're cut from the same cloth. And it's a shame. Their conscience does hurt them. And them is the one that don't sleep in peace. Them not rest in peace. But them so full of themselves that them go on like say them is some natch or natches. And now them have the cheek to be talking about social crisis. And they're talking about what is going on in America and how black this life, that, and so forth. They are the people that's part of the biggest problem. Because the question to be asked of them, where is the African Caribbean institutions in England? Where are they? What came out of race relation development? You have house. You raise your children, all your family well, which is good. At the behest and the use of the multitude. What happened to SUS? More employment. The SUS got abandoned? Did one expose SUS to be a racial divisive vehicle in institution of law against us? No. Conversation still goes on. So we have section this and section that. We don't know that. Services for us in response to racism. We had Trevor Phillips, the last one that we understood in race relation. I have been asking for 3 years, could someone find out what actually happened with Trevor and what happened with race relation for African Caribbean people. We have Grenfell, we don't have no representation. We have the loss of life, we have some tragedies all up around the country in relation to A-class drugs, mules, stabbings, shootings. It's our children that's going in the cemetery. It's us who are playing least in the cemetery. It's us, a people, who are suffering. It's us, a people, who are being looked upon as savages. That's what it is there. And it seems to me that we're contented. But maybe that happens because a lot of us don't know what to do. And it's the fact that we can speak, but we're not speaking together. We're not structuralizing ourselves and say, well, let we have a reflection and let we compose an agenda with total agreement and let's go to work and develop an infrastructure for us. And that's why I'm saying Islam or Muslims is a solution. Not to say that the people we all have to become Muslim. Everybody have to embrace Islam. No, I'm not saying that. We're not saying that. We're saying that everything else has been tried, have somewhat failed. Direction, vision, change is required. And professional people, even the lay people, all peoples find it very difficult to deal with change. They know there's a change, it's going to come, but accepting it and working with it is a problem for many people, because we spent years being comfortable, and then someone wants something's happening that takes you out of your comfort zone, and we mentally rebel. We put up mental obstacles. So that's why you have CEOs and you have, all these different quarters that would ease things through to the staff. So we go through this gradual development to change, transforming, advancing. Many of us have learned that. Even though we will still put up a resistance, but we have to adhere to the change. Now look at this darkness we're in. We, through compulsion, had to recognize a change. We had to change. We had to stay at home, and we had to become responsible parents, dutiful parents to our children. Many of us found it difficult. Why? We're in the same space. And then as 2 weeks went by, we had to support them in relation to their educational development at home. And monitor them on this computer doing this work. So for many of us, it was a mental battering. And many of us changed. So many things happened, but this was by force. This dark patch we're in. A lot of social projects came out of all of that. People were taught how to apply to race relation in their own boroughs and at central government for funds that's been advertised within our communities and in the town hall. So many groups of people or individuals understood that, and then they said, no, they got rebuffed. And then they were informed by race relation officers how to conduct ourselves. What was that? Develop committees. Develop committees. Need a secretary, need a chair, need a vice chair, need a treasurer, need a constitution. So here we go again. Those of us who didn't learn in the beginning. But now we see these social project schemes are readily made available, and we hear about this person who got 30,000, another person who got 50,000, and another person who was promised a property and 150,000 or 100,000. Whoa! It's not your ears prick up, your whole body. You're floating. Everybody wants some of that. So we had the years of social projects, intriguement, And those who were successful aligned themselves with the community development programs. Still, the architects of these things is race relation. And those people who became qualified and youth and community. Education, degree, and diploma courses. They were looked upon, we are looked upon as the intellects, which we were, but we were schemers. Okay. So, our mothers and fathers, they were still at the Methodist. The best of us who attended prior to understanding about race relation and youth and community developments and so forth, were attending. So over there, it wasn't religious, it was sociable. It didn't have no political strings attached. So there was a community divide. There's a community divide. There's great disparities. And they were seen by those who were in the race relation groupings and the social projects as softies. Them just wallowing in. It's nothing about no religion, because they know I said that wasn't the key up there. And then front lines, what everybody get to know as front lines, started to merge. Because as the split came, many of us became rebellious. Because we don't want to be seen by the masses going to the Methodist with mommy and daddy. And people are called with softy and sellouts and everything. And the other people, them in community development and welfare and race relation, them is the sellouts. But two of them have money. And them have key and keys to buildings. It seems that they were the real notches around the place. And nothing, no productivity. Nothing productive. And this is what was orchestrated in the first place by race relation. It's orchestrated in the first place by race relation. Never had our vested interests, our humanitarian interests at heart. And our ambassadors, they weren't taking seats to oversee what is actually being offered and how things are developing with us. So when the SUS intensified, when the plainclothes police and all them dropped down upon we, more than a ton of bricks and things were just getting crazy. We didn't have no place, no one to go to get relief. So here we go again. State support to young socialists comes on the scene. We never knew politics, but they had their own. So many of the people we see today, the Jeremy Corbyns and others, it's our backs, it's our legs, it's our body that them use to develop their careers. The Ashkenazis, them have racial departments, anti-Semitic institutional departments and investigative departments to deal with racial abuse in every sphere within England. That was what was meant for us. We didn't get it. Because we fell apart. Design, social infiltration, social science. It's only our ambassadors knew, because they're part of the government. We're just lay people learning as we go along. But we refuse to listen to Herman, Brother Sam, and Michael. We also refuse to listen to the Black Panthers. We refuse to listen to Kwame Ture. We brought him here several times, and many others, to transform the nonsense that were happening so we can have some independence in our areas and independence as to what we need to do for self. That's why we are in the quagmire that we're in today. But people have money now. The employment issues that we had before still exist to a degree, but everybody, majority of people, them have a flat. Whether they own a flat or them have a council flat or not, them have a flat, them have somewhere. The community welfare, community development workers, race relation, offsprings in youth and community, social science and social workers and employment strategists. They all have money, they all have house, including myself. We all have house. The people them in a social project have nothing. Maybe some of them did have some good bank accounts, but since the plug is being pulled on all those projects, they have nothing. These reflections needs to be looked at carefully so we don't repeat them. And there's so much to learn from the errors of our ways within them. That's how democracy gets stronger and stronger. These governments of alleged democracies get stronger and stronger because it's true reflection and transition. There's nothing to run from. It has to happen. And when it happens, it bears good fruit over the seasons. And it must, the vision is that a time will come when excellence will be in every sphere. But you have different peoples who comes in, obviously, and they have their own agenda, true to their family or their tribe or their brethren, you know, like Nero the other day. You understand? And them can create havoc. But true to the word democracy and a projection to say that they're humanely, you know, them get away with terrible things. Yes. That was Rome. But Rome was only trying to control the world. These geezers, them just beat up people so they don't want no one to get close to them in terms of human development. That's the problem. That's where people shout out supremacy. No, it's not. The people them know so that they're inferior if they leave other human beings to develop themselves and don't with no interference from them. So they're nervous. The minute them see somebody at a level, them panic and then bomb you down. What is that going to do? Put you backwards. Your infrastructure is depleted. Your people is nervous. The excellence of your people, many of them are killed. And the young remaining are suggested better lives. And they become traitors to their parents, to their family. And then run come England, run go America, run go Canada. And then sit down on TVs and tell people that them found salvation and democracy is sweet and everything. We have seen it all our life. Now that's the same thing that's happened to us in social welfare through race relation development and by force assimilation. Because we never knew, and many of us did not take advice. We had nobody to get advice from. And many of us wouldn't listen to our parents because we said them never finished high school. Them don't know nothing. But you see, when you're getting a $500,000, a $250,000, $750,000 for all these social projects, you're not listening. You're not hanging around to listen nothing. Cause now you feel so that because you write a 10,000 word application, you project how you perceive the future of black community of Brixton, black community of Clapham, black community of Islington, black community of Haringey, black community in Handsworth, and black community of Massside, and so forth. That is a genius. And by God, he was. But he wasn't a genius for us. He was sucking our blood. Where are you today? You stick your foot now in your nice long settees and spacious lounge rooms and everything. And our children is suffering. Now you get an umbrella called C-19 to hide a little while. And maybe many of you have left your children or your grandchildren and you fled to the islands. Nobody not blame you. Me not blame you. 'Cause I would have loved to be one of those who are able to get out. But you see, when you're not prepared and you don't live your life like, you can't be far-sighted. And you still have friends in what you call high places. Boy, I tell you. So I never touched the employment because the employment did a kill we. The employment, may I tell you, the school I say mechanic, them I say demolition, them I say plastering, painting and decoration. Oh gosh, man. You understand? Hey, them I say driving. All of these things that not gonna take away for control nothing. And now at this late hour, and maybe well before, Africa look for the best of peoples out of us. And them can't find nothing. Only my ex-wife, who set up clinic in Ghana and Nigeria, all in the 70s. And those things are now hospitals and everything, big time. Nigeria was speaking on Ben TV in relation to her the other day, last week. How her nurses and them comes and do a quarter and go back to England and the next group come and so forth. And that was planned from since 1974, 75. That was planned. And she fully implemented it. Applied. And it's still a function today. Not looking for fame and fashion. Because we grew up seeing Biafrans and all these things. And we had good activists that cared, loved African people. Wasn't selling out and wasn't trying to get a quick pound, 5 pound or 10 pound. Because a pound is a pound. When you have money, you see you have 5 pound. When you have real money, you see you have 10 pound. When you have shock, you see you have 20. Why? I tell you, anyway, that was then. So, employment, serious thing. Now, all of this, the police have way. The police have way. And conflicts is taking place. Plainclothes police everywhere. All kind of things happening. And we're having problem also in housing. Wow. But you see, when we want a good reference, we're gone up to the Methodist Church Hall. Methodist. See? The reverend or the sister up there will do what is necessary for us. And time come when many other real activists, them can't stand the fact that we're ignoring them. And many have moved, many have left. Some gone to America, some gone back to the Caribbean. So the sounds that was playing cultured roots music rescued us again. Rescued us, not again, rescued us. Because of the rhythms that they are playing and we are able to hear. It helped us ground ourselves. It really did. It helped us. So, I have to change the thing because I want to show you say that Islam still have the solution and what the Prophet ﷺ did do in this world when it comes to that thing called racism, the ideology that sets one man or some people against another people. That's something they've been here a long time. Right? But the way we know it, it weren't. You see, the way we're going to experience it weren't. Because our one is special. Why is it special? Because we're the children of the slaves. People them capture and bring we into their place, and the general population just want to see we cleaning up and everything. They don't want to see we do nothing else. You understand? Because that was what it was all about in the first instance. So now them say that them let we out. The general population said, no, hold on. Them not supposed to be competing with me. Them not supposed to be in the same space as me. See? So that in itself present a different form of racism or a different form of intolerance, inhumane attitude that we call racism. See, not we call it, they call it. You understand? Because we've been a victim. We've been victimized. So all this.
I saw Babylon stop my brother in his back with the stand. Oh, now, Lord, it grieved me to my heart. I stumbled in fear. I waited for singing and fighting Babylon. I waited to hypocrite system. I waited for singing and fighting. I waited to hypocrite system. How can we have some fun when you get men making a standing cause? How can we see the light? Yeah, now, man making a dynamite. So away with you for singing, fighting, yeah, now. Away with your hypocrite system. How can we see the light when rebel approach fight? Yeah, me say, how can we see the light when rebel approach fight? Yeah, now, Lord. Away with you for singing, fighting Babylon. Away with your hypocrite system. Away with you for singing, fighting Babylon. Away with your hypocrite system. Look now. I saw Babylon, yeah now. Stop my brother in his back with his bear now. Oh Lord, it grieved me to my heart. I stumbled in fear, Lord, 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 Lord. I never know that Babylon is a darkness thing like that. In the sight of mankind, yeah, Lord.
See, them thing they come and rescue. You know what I mean? Rescue we and put we on a different, you know? So we just look at ourselves and know so that we have to just fit up and know so that we have to direct with mind, with consciousness differently. You understand? We have to define ourselves and now we have to take care, you see, of each other. I tell you.
Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Keep the faith and never get down. Time I got dread. Time I got dread. People running up
Yeah, man. Before that, when they come, because they want to come down a Brixton now. Yeah, we have this one here early.
For Jah so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whosoever believeth in that man should never perish but have everlasting life. So for one to trod the road of Zion, it got to be real clean, as I would say. At least I saw you for follow. At least I saw you a butter to make it slide down the gutter.
Do it, Jah.
And please don't say you are suffer.
Forward on the track, and I will tell you.
Baby, 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 baby.
Woo!
As I would tell you, don't be lazy. At least a pepper, it will burn you. At least a fire, it will burn you. At least a water, it will drown you.
See, and we there the Methodist Church Hall, a skank easy. Hey, what?
Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Keep the faith and never get down. Time I got dread. Time I got dread. People running up and down. Time I got dread. Time I got dread. People running out of town. My mama wrote and told me, if things get worse, son, you just take the first train and forward back a yard.
See, and the British prison them, you know. Them places in the whole way, you know. Because we're not there. You see, we not people of decadence, you know. The sus thing is what jar we in there. See? Them brutalize we, they carry to the station, them charge we for something, nobody don't know, and so on, right? And today you have mobile phone, this, that. We never had all them something there. Because when them take you away, your parents don't know nothing about you, you know. It's your friend, it's your brethren, it's your sister, it's our people that go and forgot tell your parents, them, your family, that something happened. You at this police station, them go there, so them say they don't know nothing about anything. And them even carry out the area. Oh gosh, man. See? So here we go again. Give thanks to Sir Lord Poor every time.
Since you came home, officially, I feel a little easier since you returned.
See it? So all them something they give you a stride, yeah? Yeah, you have like a basketball player, you have a bunks in your stride, you know? Yeah, because your shots at work and you're in the right groove, you know? And your brethren them, your teammates them, I pass the ball is moving. A stick ball, no individual thing. Yeah, work. Everybody at work. So you just feel good. You understand? Oh gosh, man. So you can't have small acts or what them call themselves portraying something that some white boy want to portray and show some decadence. Right? So the ones that me saw with the police, them ones they yes. You understand? But is a man and a woman and a woman and a man. When any of them something that them try portray and all them something then think that people are sip out and plan for rob this. No, that was not us.
Like on holiday, and there's something saying now that I could stay. It's that crazy kind of feeling in my soul.
See, we still still have joy running through with vein. You understand me? Yeah. And then we still have to leave that place and go home, you know. Yeah. So now when you see we're on the street now, we're not in a gang. It's a posse. This is a posse. So much of us live a certain place, certain area. So by the time we get there now, we split up. 3 gone this way, 5 gone this way, and 2 gone this way. You understand? Because we live in the same district, same locality. Yeah? And we have to do it like that, because if we don't, the mods, the skinheads, and all these different people are ready to pounce on we. Oh gosh, man. You see it there? And all of this is racial elements, racist people. You understand? Cowards waiting like a pack of dogs, waiting. You understand? And them silly, right? 1 and 2, and them just jump on with. You understand? Because them have more pets, you know, scooters and so forth. And them have steel toe cap boots and all. Oh gosh, man. Wrong tune. This is the tune. People are changing.
Yeah. More and more and more and more people are changing. Every day people are changing. All over the world. More and more and more and more people are changing. Every day people are changing. According to things and time. Some change for the better. Some change for the worse.
Yeah, you understand me? So when I put this thing to you, you get to understand that I lived that. It's not something that me just come out and hear somebody say and everything. So let me say them people that chose somebody for do something, and everybody I say, yeah, is done. But the image that is being portrayed of us, in parts you say, yeah, and so forth and so forth. But the decadence and those things is not true. It's not true. So listen to how Islam, the Prophet of Islam, remove sus, remove racism, and tell the world about those people who have this inner themselves and feel themselves this way. Listen carefully.
Arguably, Prophet Muhammad was the first person in human history to declare, in no uncertain terms, that no person is above another by virtue of race or ethnicity. This declaration is crystallized in one of the Prophet's notable speeches, his last sermon, as it is known, which was delivered on Mount Arafat in 632 AD. In that sermon, the Prophet unequivocally condemned racism when he said, "All mankind is descended from Adam and Eve. An Arab has no superiority over a non-Arab, and a non-Arab has no superiority over an Arab. A white person has no superiority over a black person, nor a black person has any superiority over a white person, except by piety and good action." Ever since then, Prophet Muhammad's teachings on racial equality have inspired human beings to strive for racial equality and justice for all. Consider the life of Al-Hajj Malik al-Shabazz, more commonly known as Malcolm X, the black Muslim civil rights leader who battled racism in the 1950s and 1960s. After performing the Hajj, or Islamic pilgrimage, to the city of Mecca, Malcolm wrote his famous letter from Mecca, in which he said, "There were tens of thousands of pilgrims from all over the world. They were of all colors, from blue-eyed blondes to black-skinned Africans. But we were all participating in the same ritual, displaying a spirit of unity and brotherhood that my experiences in America had led me to believe never could exist between the white and the non-white. He added that he had never before seen sincere and true brotherhood practiced by all colors together, irrespective of their color. The Hajj for Malcolm represented a shift away from racism and towards racial equality. The teachings of Prophet Muhammad encouraged all people to strive towards anti-racism, which is quite different than simply non-racism. While non-racists do not openly express prejudiced views, they also do not work to dismantle racism in any given society. The Prophet of Islam actively challenged and dismantled the covert, the overt, and the systematic racism around him. He identified racism as a symptom and identified its root cause as arrogance in the human heart. As our world becomes more and more diverse and interconnected, it is imperative that we strive to follow the teachings of Prophet Muhammad. I am not a Muslim myself, but I have to say that I am deeply inspired by the anti-racism of Prophet Muhammad, because he showed that a person is distinguished over another not by race, but rather by the quality of one's character and conduct.
You understand us? Now listen again. Listen carefully.
So you want to live in a white-only country?
Not necessarily white only, but a country that is clearly based on a European model in which whites will basically remain the overwhelming majority in perpetuity.
Okay, how do you achieve that?
Well, that's an excellent question. Donald Trump has got some first good steps in mind. He wants to make sure no more illegal immigrants come into the country, and he wants to make sure that all illegal immigrants here go back. He wants to end birthright citizenship. He wants to put at least a temporary ban on Muslim immigration.
What happens with Asians? What happens with African Americans? What happens with Latinos?
What happens to my
You presented me with a very limited view of the United States.
You're saying the United States is a place anybody can come and turn it into anything you want, and the people who built this country and established its institutions, if they glimmer away, so what? You are promoting a process that will reduce my people to a minority. You want more power for Latinos. That comes at the expense of my people's power.
We're 17% of the population,
Right.
and we only have 3 senators. So therefore, we don't have the political representation that we deserve.
And you want more and more and more.
Of course, because we only have
How
3
much?
senators.
How much political?
At this point, 14 senators.
And 50 years from now, how many would you like?
Let's talk about 50 years from now. In 2044,
Yes.
white non-Hispanics will become a minority.
Yes.
Is that what you're afraid of?
Mr. Ramos, it's fantastic for you, for my people to lose power and become a minority. That's fantastic for you. How does it feel for
Because
me?
it is our country, Mr.
Our
Taylor.
country, our
It is our country. Don't you think we both have the same rights in this country?
I think that despite this nonsense in the Declaration about anybody being anyone,
Excuse me,
white people,
you don't
the white
think
people.
we are all created equal?
No, what you want to do is change this country into an entire nation in which white people will become refugees in their own land
So you don't-
if your vision comes through.
You don't want to
true.
live alongside Mexicans.
Now, why is it wrong for me not to want my neighborhood to change?
You'll
If
be-
my neighborhood is European, if my neighborhood they don't keep chickens in the backyard that crow at 3 in the morning.
What are you
they
talking
don't,
about?
I'm
That's a
talking
complete
about
stereotype.
Mexicans.
That's a complete stereotype.
Yes, and stereotypes are all true.
It's a
aren't they?
racist stereotype, what you're saying.
Oh, racist! Give me a break.
What are you going to do with the thousands of Muslims,
We certainly
American
don't.
citizens, who are serving in the military?
I'm sure that we just couldn't possibly survive with all those Muslim Navy Rangers. Yes, I'm sure that's true.
That is not right.
No, I'm talking
You
about
cannot make
Muslim.
fun of people who are saving our lives.
They want special holidays and special food in
So if you
school
don't like their
restaurants.
religion, you don't have to join them. That's fine.
Well, no,
but,
they are-
But,
wait,
but
I'm
also,
not-
but you can't discriminate against them simply
Of
because
course.
you.
Of course, anyone should have the right to discriminate against anyone he wishes. And the point is,
But not by the law, Mr. Taylor. You can't do that.
I think the law is absolutely incorrect.
Do you feel that whites are superior, are more intelligent than blacks?
I think, on average, whites are more intelligent than blacks, and North Asians are more intelligent than whites.
How can you
All
say
of this
that?
How can you think otherwise?
Mr. Taylor,
Why
what
vigilance would you have to think that a pygmy is, on average, is just as intelligent as a Dane? Why would you think that? The entire record of history is completely consistent with the assumption that black Africans are less intelligent on average than Asians or Caucasians.
That's absurd. That's repugnant and absurd.
Repugnant to you?
Yes, of course.
Why would you even entertain the possibility that on average a pygmy is as intelligent as a Japanese?
The comparison that you are trying to make, it is simply impossible because of historical circumstances, because economic conditions, because of the
More
movement.
excuses. We have to be willing to say to all those who are non-European, we wish you well, but this territory is for us. And sorry, we have the right to be us, and only we can be us.
So you want me to leave?
Under certain circumstances, yes, we would ask you to go. Unless whites are prepared to exclude people, then they will be shoved aside. That is the fate which I will fight until my last breath.
You understand? This is...
We do not take an oath to a king or a queen, a tyrant or a dictator. We do not take an oath to an individual. No, we do not take an oath to a country, a tribe, or a religion. We take an oath to the Constitution. We can come here. We can see the relics and hear the stories through the eyes and the voices of the individual soldiers who endured so much for the cause of freedom and their unrelenting devotion to the Constitution of the United States, the moral North Star for all of us in uniform. It is that document that gives purpose to our service. It is that document that gives purpose to this museum. And we in uniform are willing to die to pass it on to the next generation. In it are the ideas and the values that make up this experiment called the United States of America. And the motto of the United States Army for over 200 years, since 14 June 1775, the motto has been, "This we will defend." And the "this" refers to the Constitution and to protect the liberty of the American people. You see, we are unique among armies. We are unique among militaries. We do not take an oath to a king or a queen, a tyrant or a dictator. We do not take an oath to an individual. No, we do not take an oath to a country, a tribe, or a religion. We take an oath to the Constitution. And every soldier that is represented in this museum, every sailor, airman, Marine, Coast Guardsman, each of us will protect and defend that document regardless of personal price.
US of A.
Strikes attention, trapped in poverty, generations of injustice, and any know your value. Never ever value. Keep pushing, give it all you got. Don't stop till you reach the top. So hold your head up high. Hold your head up high. Keep reaching. No matter what, no, you can take it. No doubt about it. You're gonna make it yours. You're royalty. Oh, yes, you are. Got a message from above. You ain't no thug. You're royalty. Brother, you're a king. Sister, you're a queen. Children of the tree. If you've never been told, time for you to know you're royalty. You're beautiful. Beautiful. So beautiful. So beautiful. We got a message from above. You ain't no thug. You're royalty. And you're marvelous. Marvelous. And so powerful. And powerful. If you've never been told, time for you to know you're royalty.
Got this message, I'm spreading the most high. Head high, I shine like my father's smile. Down upon my kings and queens of all time. Blessings, better color, original king ruler. Slave that made it way metaphorically. King Kunta. Eyes on prize, my pride won't collide. Am I right in your eyes if I stand on mine? You are royalty. We got a message from above. You ain't no thug. Children of the tree. If you've never been told, time for you to know you're royalty. If you've never been told, time for you to know you're royalty. You're royalty. If you've never been told, time for you to know you're royalty. If you've never been told, time for you to know you're royalty.
See, that's why we had to say here that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say we're better than playing amusement. See? So people them just think say cha. Because we are Muslim, you can't do that. So what did the man say earlier on? You see? That we're not there. You understand? Academically, creatively. So them just see we basketball player denying gravity for X amount of seconds. Runners setting record because them want to see record. They don't want to see you just win the race. It's got to be a record. So you got the 100 meter, the whole white world, a sit up. You got the 200 meter. You have a 400, you have the hurdles, they are waiting. See? After that, them just say, just go on back to the jungle. You understand? And then in basketball now, we make millions. And if we don't have the right person, as them want, and we arm, then they misuse us. So we still make money for them. We're entertaining them like Rome, the Colosseums. Football, same thing happen. When them see here in England that our young men them take care of them family, raise them family standards and everything with their money. An element, a group, them get vexed, them start attacking. Then the ugly face of the racist people, them come out saying, those bastards, blah, blah, blah. But yet still those brothers, many of them, are playing for the country. They didn't care a damn. They've been scoring, they didn't care a damn. So you see that it's just pointed to the fact that we're not supposed to be creative. We're just supposed to be amusement and play, costumers for them. They see us like that. So now our brothers and sisters, them who spend their whole lifetime arguing with one another about Kemet this and Kemet that, I'm telling you, leave the thing alone, work with ourselves, and develop ourselves, develop trust, and let's build for us. You understand? Because that mindset of theirs, they are telling their children that extraterrestrials are responsible for the pyramids, not Africans, not black people. They're taking some of our own statues and coloring them and putting point nose and different things to make a next generation, through education now, see that reflective images, and that's what their books will be saying. That's what their literature, that's what their historian, that's what their documentation will be portraying. Same thing is happening in Palestine, don't you see? So now, when I say we substitute the Lion of Judah, elected the Lion of Judah by God Almighty, we substitute that for King James and a title called Jesus Christ. And we are here in the diaspora, and we've been fortunate to have access. After so many years, our parents never had access to this type of information. And we have just decided that, we didn't even decide, we just a follow. So we are going still.
Let me never be put to confusion. Deliver me in thy righteousness and cause me to escape. Incline thine ear unto me and save me. Be thou my strong habitation, whereunto I may continually resort. Thou hast given commandment to save me, for thou art my rock and my fortress. Deliver me, O my God, Jah Rastafari, and Selassie, Father, strength and redeemer, out of the hand of the wicked, out of the hand of...
And we don't spread evil against anybody.
Oh, if you know not love, you know not God, 'cause God is a love. Ooh-wee. They say that time is longer than rope. While believing in this, you know I have hope. I know we'll succeed, giving what the other needs. Let's get together and eliminate greed. Let's all spread the love, the love, the love. Let's all spread the love, the love. Show someone a smiling face. Love can save the human race. I mean that. Let's all spread the love, the love, the love. Let's all spread the love. Actions really speak louder than words. Let your love go, let it fly like the birds. How can I know what you feel for me? When your feelings you keep so secretly. Let's all spread the love, the love, the love. Let's all spread the love. Show someone a smiling face. Love can save the human race. I know that. Let's all spread the love, the love, the love. Let's all spread the love. It's nothing at all when you keep it to yourself. woman next to dead if not shared with someone else. Give into your heart, don't feel affection. A time is gonna come when you'll need someone to lean on. Hey, let's all spread the love. Let's all spread the love. Let's all spread the love. I mean it. Show someone.
So we are say guidance. Listen to a young talent gone.
Out in the street, they call it murder. So welcome to Jam Rock. Camp where the dogs them jump at 2 pound out in a van bag. It in a your handbag, your knapsack, it in a your backpack. The smell like your girlfriend contact some boy and I know this. They money come around like tourists on the beach with a few club sodas, bedtime stories, and buzz like the name Chuck Norris. And don't know the real hardcore cause I police come in a jeep and them can't stop it. Some cinema play a boy, rabbit. Money man a get dropped like a bad habit. Son up at the bus stop if you don't have it. Rastafari stands alone. Welcome to Jam Rock. Welcome to Jam Rock. Out in the street, they call it murder. So welcome to Jam Down. People are dead at random. Political violence can't done. Fear ghost and phantom. The youth them get blind by stardom. Now the king of kings are called. Good man to picnic. So wave on a hand if you with me. To see the separation sick me. Them suit no fit me. To win election them trick me. Take them down to nothing at all. Come on let's face it. They get your education basic. And most of the youth them waste it. And when them waste it, that's when they take their guns to replace it. And them don't stand a chance at all. And that's why I end up little you save up some fat matic. With the extra magazine in a them back pocket. And a bitch a night I'm in a some black jacket. All in a lock clocks, them a lock rocket. Them will fill you up a current like a short circuit. Them a run a road backwards but the cops block it. And from now till the morning not stop clock it. If them run out around the broke back ratchet. Welcome to Jam Rock. Welcome to Jam Rock. Welcome to Jam Rock. Out in the street, they call it murder. Jamaica, Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica. Welcome to Jam Rock.
Yeah. Future.
Why you say fire? You want me to lock it up? You want me to lock it up? Seat your fire. Run the tune, mister, run the